Welcome back everyone to Missions 102, where we are going to begin day number 4, this time for real. And in this day we have one mission from Scoutmaster Alsma, and we have 5 from Horing. So we'll start out with the one from Alsma, since she must be feeling rather lonely considering that there were no missions from her yesterday.
Do you need something?
My scouts have returned from an Agrim keep in the mountains of Gundabad. There they have spotted a group of Agrim who breed and train bats. Their vile tactics cannot stand. We must return to the keep, defeat the bat keepers, and put an end to their nefarious breeding. Very well. We'll put an end to that. Traps. Some monsters in this mission will attempt to lay down traps that will give you a debuff. Usually that's been a stun trap, but we'll see what it is today. Ah yes, captive wings. The wings, I was thinking maybe they'd be wings of drakes or wings of Marival or something like this, but of course, wings of bats. Destroy vile drafts, free fledgling bats, and defeat Angrim bat keepers. Alright. I suppose we could do that. Assuming I could. Actually, it looks like I. Oh no, I didn't miss. Was there a way there, or maybe that's just a. Upstairs? Oh no, no, there is a room here. I completely went by this place. Oh, now he sees me! Oh, okay, that opens up this. Oh. Oh, there. Apparently, not all the bats are going to be friendly. Great bat servant. Alright, so the bat servants aren't nice. Ah, okay, those are the captive bats. So you have to save the fledgling bats who are being kept in cages. Alright. Anytime now. Alright, that's two of them. Two of them saved. To make sure I didn't miss anything in here since I didn't understand what was going on back then. Now, I can head upstairs and take care of that. Now that I understand what that little layout was about and that I completely missed something. Good thing that I went back there. But now it looks like we're going to have more mobs up here. Yes, plenty of bat serpents. And an Angrim. A bat keeper. And it looks like we've got vile poisons all over the place in here. Or drafts, as they put them here. Uh, Always the question, is this a large? Yeah, it looks like a rather large room, so I'll stick to the right-hand rule then. If we're just a small alcove, I might have just gone into it and not worried about the right-hand rule. But it looks like one of those cases that's going to turn into a real... Well, I guess it's not a rabbit hole, but how about a bat cave? A bat cavern? Something. Some place full of bats. Let's see. How about bat keepers? It looks like the bat servants are not linked to the Angrim. But if you get into their area, they will attack, of course. And they'll also spit sound at you, apparently. There you go. And yeah, just have to remember, just as a matter of course, to get rid of those guys. This looks like another one of those rooms that's going to be full of cages for bats to be freed. Maybe there'll be a pair of them in each of these rooms or something like that. In which case, I have to find 5 of these rooms on average. If that's the case. So let's get out of here and to the next room, which is this one. This one I passed by intentionally. Oh, of course, there are now 3 Angrim. Now they're angry men, apparently. And as for you. Alright, sounds like a rather straightforward mission once you understand what's going on. Ah, but this building's certainly not of straightforward architecture, that's for sure. Ooh. Because it's killed lots of bats, even though they're not directly mentioned on there, you'll inevitably kill many of them. Kill several Agrim, which is in the list, but I have a feeling it's going to be a lot more than 8, because here's number 8 right here. I think freeing the bats is probably going to be the tricky one, finding all the bats that you need to free. Now, let me make sure there aren't any bat cages in here. No, just more giraffes. Lots more giraffes. 8, 9. Yep, I had a feeling I'll need extra Angrim. I'm presuming that there's going to be a few more. I think it's going to be the cages that I'm going to be needing in here because I'm up to 10, now 11 giraffes. So it's highly unlikely that's going to be the last thing that I'll be needing in this quest. But I think, yeah, it looks like there are going to be a couple of cages in here. So this is cage room number 3. Right now my prediction is that I'll be needing 5 cage rooms. And at this rate, that's going to hold true. Let's see, none there. Right, this is another cage. Now, it looks like they are torturing these poor bats. Why can't I do anything? Come on. Alright, now. Do they at least have some sort of... Yeah, okay, they are. Now, they seem to be right side up, which is not a natural perching position for a bat. Oh, I got 3 this time. So that means we might be able to do it in just one more room. So could this be it? Well, it depends. Yeah, because that looks like another one of these. Yep. Extra drafts all in there. Now, if I do that... So it looks like the Angrim don't help the bats either. Just not a mutually supportive group, apparently. Well, that just makes it easier for us, doesn't it? Alright, where are you going? This way. Oh, I just hate the stuns. This is number 8. Now, are there 2 more in here so I could finish up? Here's number 9. So I can only hope that one of those other 2 cages has a bat cage in it. Yeah, there's the last one right there. So it's 4 rooms instead of 5. I can live with that. There we go. Done. I guess return back to base. Yes. Return to the entrance of the dungeon, and this one isn't all that bad in layout. There's some where you just become hopelessly lost, or at least I become hopelessly lost. You might have no trouble at all finding it. Here you go. Mission complete. Grab the box and get out of here. What do you say? With the Angrim Bat Keepers defeated, let's return and report our success. Yes. I bested the Bat Keepers.
Never underestimate the enemy.
With the Bat Keepers defeated, we now have one less thing to worry about when traversing the dark caverns of Gundabad. I would recant the others if the list were not so long. Oh boy. Yeah, there are a few other troubles, I guess. So that means we now have Horin for his burst in here. See, Later Rest, Raging Frost, Serpents of Thorkar, Siege of the Rift, and the Foregone Trap. Let's see what we get when we lay to rest.
In games, I allow for chance. I take no such risk in war.
My scouts have come back from one of the barrows of Gundabad. Deep within the barrow, several of the sarcophagi have been twisted and foul creatures have begun to come forth. Additionally, the remains of several Agrim litter the area. Enter the barrows, destroy the corrupted sarcophagi, and destroy the remains of the foul invaders. In other words, lay them all to rest. And the twist, some sort of corruption, I guess? Never ending. I didn't even want to say that one out loud. Yeah, alright, fine. So it's similar to the one I had with the Dower Hands earlier with those. No, those were Dwarf Wights, where we had a never ending one. Let's go. Now let's go and lay these things to rest. Oh, and speaking of Dwarf Wights, at least they're not attacking a geode this time. Oh, of course, you gotta remember, you gotta kill everything twice. Alright, let's deal with these necromancers. Come and get me. Now I just have to find out where the source of these things are at. How many do I have to kill? Destroy 6 fell sarcophagi and burn 10 Angrim. Ah, alright, here's the first of the sarcophagi. Let's take care of the dwarf sarcophagus first. Noisy as ever! It could wake the dead! Now I'm going to presume that, like the other one, the time you spent... Oh. Right. There must be another sarcophagus in the area. Or those things are wandering around, which is, of course, likely. Okay, there's more Angrim down. No other places where anything's going to be spawning. Guess they just walk through the walls or something. You never know when you're dealing with the dead. Alright, you don't do anything there. Now let's see. Now, is there a... No, it's a white there. I was hoping it was going to be a sarcophagus, but... Oh, there is one just up ahead. But before I take care of that one, I have this... Now the question is, of course... Is this triggered by the... Right? Oh no, that's an Angrim, not a sarcophagus. Oh well. Because sometimes never ending is triggered by the constantly producing more, and sometimes it's by is there something in the area. Then if there is nothing, it will produce. So sometimes I wonder if the latter case might be if they're wandering around, and so therefore they wander out of the area. suppose someday I'll have to put that to the test. But it might be difficult to put that to the test. Oh, here's a sarcophagus. Well, actually, there's nothing here. That doesn't help either hypothesis, does it? There you go. Alright, that's 2 of those down. And we're halfway through on the Angrim and 1/3 of the way through on the sarcophagus. Oh, hello. Where'd he come from? There's a sarcophagus out in that direction. I thought there was one out this direction. Oh yeah, there it is right there. I mean, it looks like you would think they would make a sarcophagus out of stone. It just doesn't make the right sound when you do that. It'd be even weirder if you are using a club or some other weapon that doesn't have any metal in it. Though I suppose that some of the clubs in Motro might be metal reinforced anyway, so perhaps that doesn't really make all that much sense. Right, let's take care of that. See, it's... Alright, yeah, okay, 2 of them spawned there, so that does certainly kill the hypothesis about spawning only when there is no dwarf in the area. But it seems like they came in pretty close in proximity to each other also, which sort of kills based on a timer hypothesis. So both of my hypotheses just died in one fell swoop. Yeah, whatever. Just die. La 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 la. Thank you. Right, or maybe I have no idea what the pattern is now on this one. So let's not even try to guess it. Now let's see. We've got one more sarcophagus. And with this, one more Angrim. This might be the final room. Yeah, because there's something up there to deal with. Now, that's one of the Angrim. I'm going to guess that there's also a sarcophagus in this room somewhere. Of course, it's always possible that I missed one. Because that would certainly be nothing new. Hello, could you please direct me to... alright, there's another room beyond. To the great beyond. And I'm going to guess that there is going to be... Yeah, there it is, the last sarcophagus. Let's take care of the sarcophagus first. Simply because we don't want dwarves constantly popping out of that thing. Alright, that takes care of the last sarcophagus. And now it's time for me to return to the beginning. And since I don't have any Slayer deeds here in Gundabad at the moment, I really don't have to stick around to kill every single dwarf wight. Of course, not getting lost at the start would be a great idea. Let's see, is this the beginning? Mission complete. Oh, hello. Didn't see you coming through carrying the chest. They have been laid to rest.
Only a Drak shows mercy in battle.
Well done! With the dead done, our ancestors can find rest in Gundabad. Right, that actually completes the weekly, who I think has a 5,000 allegiance points quest. It says 10,000 on the tooltips, but I think the tooltips are all wrong.
Gundabad shall be ours at last.
I think it's actually 5,000. We'll see in a moment. I see that you have completed many missions. You have done well to aid the Jaruka and all those who work to reclaim the mountain home. There you go. So let's open up the allegiance panel, see what we've got here. We've got, right now I have 700. So I'm going to see what we've got after I double click on this. Ooh, it looks like I've gotten up to 5 as a result of that. Okay, that was... So I got Gunabon mount marks, he a pristine relic and successfully used it. So let's go and have some claims here. I claim another 2 tokens. I claim another 2 tokens. And I get a ceremonial mantle of kept promises. 2 more of these and a torque of kept promises. Okay. And that means I still have these 2 in order to get to next. But the daily should at least get me 1 of those. What's in the torque of kept promises? This is level 53, 80 agility, 87 vitality. Yeah, not bad for a 57. Guess I'll take that. Ceremonial mantle. I might actually find use for that one. I usually don't do too much with short. Well, it'll have to be when I'm in non-combat stuff because it does have some trouble clipping with the javelins. So that's a little bit of a problem. But I think that is it on that. Now, does that mean we have another? Right, so I got the Allegiance level 5 on that. I was thinking that was going to open up another chapter of our story, but I suppose I was wrong in that guess. When does another chapter open up? I guess we'll have to find that out in a much later episode of Missions 102.